Hello, hi, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Heather Corinne, and today we're going to be crocheting these shamrocks or four-leafed clover garland, or you could just use this as an applique. Let me know how that's supposed to be pronounced. I never know. But I will post a list of materials and stitches we'll be using in the description box below, as well as a link to my blog post where I've typed the entire pattern out for you. Please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. It helps me to be able to create these free tutorials for you. Let's get started. So if you'll notice, this is actually 4 little hearts for the petals and then a stem. So we'll just be creating 4 separate heart pieces and the stem, and then attaching them all together. To begin, we're going to create a magic circle, and we're going to chain 3 chain stitches into this magic circle. So there's 1, 2, 3 chain stitches. Next we're going to place 3 triple crochet or treble crochet into the magic circle. So there is 1 triple crochet, the second treble crochet, and the third triple crochet. Next we'll be placing 3 double crochet into the magic circle. So here is our first double crochet, our second double crochet, and then our third double crochet. So now we're done with one side. We're going to create the point. To do that, we're going to chain 1 chain stitch, followed by 1 triple crochet, and then we're going to chain 1 again. And now we're going to repeat the first side in reverse order down the other side. So we're going to do 3 double crochet. There's 1 double crochet, the second double crochet, and then the third double crochet, followed by 3 triple crochet. There's 1. Here's the second triple crochet, and the third and last triple crochet. Now to finish off, we're going to chain 3 chain stitches, and then we'll slip stitch into the magic circle to attach the chain stitches to the circle. Now we just have to close off the circle to complete the heart shape. So this loose end needs to be pulled tight, fairly firmly, but not so tight that you tear the yarn. I have made this mistake before, so just be careful. And once that's tightened, we're going to chain 1 and tie off with a short tail. We'll pull through that chain 1 stitch to secure it. And then I'm going to use a tapestry needle to weave these loose ends down toward the center and tie them in a knot and trim off any excess yarn just to get those tails out of our way. And here we have our heart. So we're going to make 4 of these total, and the only difference is going to be on the last one. We're going to leave a really long tail in order to stitch them all together. So here's my really long tail, and I'm just going to pull it through that stitch to secure. Moving on to the stem, we're going to chain 12 stitches. In this tutorial, I actually chained 13, but the written pattern that I created is to chain 12. You can decide however long you want your stem to be. And so in the second chain from the hook, we're just going to begin slip stitching. And we're going to slip stitch in every stitch across. This pattern only has one row for the stem, so slip stitch in each, for a total of 11 stitches if you chained 12, or 12 stitches if you chained 13. Once we've finished slip stitching, we're going to chain one and tie off with a medium tail, just a tail long enough to attach it to the back of our clover, and pull through that chain stitch to secure. Now that we have all of our pieces, we're ready to assemble the 4-leaf clover. To do that, I'm going to get our tapestry needle and that long tail that we left on one of the hearts and place two of the points next to each other. Now you can stitch these together any way you like, but I prefer to go beneath the stitches back and forth and never cross over the tops, just to give a little bit of dimension to where the petals are separated. So I'm going underneath one and underneath the other. And then after I've pulled that tight, I'll move up a stitch and go under both of those as well. So I'll keep showing you this just so you can see how far I go up. I only go up about 3 or 4 stitches, so you can still see the separation in the two petals. Once I've gone up as high as I'd like, I'll turn around and come back down. So there's essentially 2 layers of attaching stitches on each petal. And then when I get to the bottom, I move on to the next petal and just repeat this process. So I'll show you one more time as I transition to this next petal. I'm going to go underneath one stitch, underneath the other stitch, and then pull tight, moving up one stitch and repeating the same thing under and under. Once we've gotten all of the petals attached, you can see there's still kind of a little hole at the bottom. So you want to make sure to close that up in a clean way. So I just go across one side and then back across through the other side to make it clean and close that hole up. See, now we can't see through it anymore. And then I'm just going to weave this end back down through to the back side so that we can tie off after we attach the stem. For the stem, I'm going to run the shorter tail through and just let it sit back there, and we'll use it to tie off at the end. So I'm just going to pull it up from the bottom and then go over one stitch and pull it back through to the back side. Then I'm going to take the other longer end of our stem tails and use it to attach it where we want it to be. I like the stem to show just between two of the petals, so I do place a couple extra stitches down the petals that it's going to be sitting in between and through the back of the stem to sort of keep that stem in place, displaying where it should be. Now that we've got everything where we want it, I'm just going to tie these tails all together and trim off any excess yarn. And now we have our completed shamrock. So I'm going to show you quickly how I attach these in a garland. I just used some jute, which I'll link this specific one down below for you. I got it on Amazon. And I put it through a tapestry needle and stitch it on the back top side of our clovers. So looking at the clover, flip it over backwards. I want this to run across the top right here. So I'm going to place it through two petals essentially, so two little sides of each top of the petal. And then we simply pull the jute through. So now it's going to hang nicely and straight up and down, and we'll just string the other two on in the exact same way. And now we've turned our shamrocks into an adorable garland that we can hang up for St. Patrick's Day. I hope you've enjoyed creating with me today. If you did, give this video a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you won't miss my next project. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you soon.